Hi, and welcome to this first video. This is going to be about the origins or reasons for bilingualism around the world. This map represents the primary languages spoken around the world. But what happens with Mabulungun in Chile, with French in Canada, and with the 22 languages and 720 dialects they speak in India? This corresponds to a phenomenon called languages in contact. This phenomenon was described by Siwan and McKay in 1986 and has mainly historical reasons. These can be classified into 5 different groups: expansion, unification, postcolonialism, migration, and globalization. Expansion corresponds to bilingualism through conquest, such as what happened widely with Romans and Latin, or with the Europeans in the 15th century. This led natives to learn the languages of their conquerors, becoming bilinguals. Nevertheless, it is still possible to find small groups of monolingual speakers. In spite of the fact that political unification could be labeled as an imperialist imposition, the idea of unifying states through language can also be considered as an alternative to unify people to achieve communication and education for everyone, settling the basis of a state. Post-colonialism refers to those countries that decided to become independent from their colonizing nations. Unfortunately, in most cases, native languages were left aside or lost, since the foreign language was already part of their educational and political system. Migration is the process of moving to a new country, whether for social, political, or economic reasons. Since there is a transfer of language and culture, migrant language is usually a minority. Common cases of these are Spanish-speaking people moving to the US and indigenous people who move from rural into urban areas in Latin America. Migration leads to a process of adaptation. It is highly possible that the third generation of these migrants would lose entirely their heritage, language, and culture due to the assimilation of the dominant culture, while migrants who creep to the language usually go through a process of marginalization. Globalization is usually the reason behind learning global languages, such as English, Spanish, German, and French. Medium and high-class groups tend to study these languages so as to be able to transit among countries where these languages are spoken due to work, study, and other motivations. Thank you for watching this first video. Before you leave, try to think about what are the main reasons behind bilingualism in your country, and post your ideas in the course forum.